Scorpio Moon, 8th house moon, you're talking to one now. I'm a Scorpio Moon and I'm still here somehow. There's a feeling in the Scorpio Moon, 8th house moon, that nothing is fine ever. Nothing is fine. What you talking about? Well, because are we greedy people? Not really, not ever. Are we famous in our field? Not really, not ever. Are we good at what we are? We are usually very strong at what we are, even though we might not be very good at it. Do we want change in this world more than anything in the world? Do we want stability in our lives? Not really. Do we need to cry? Yes, we do. We are a species of people that needs to vent and that needs to possess a certain type of deep, meaningful connection with somebody, at least on a minute, minuscule level. Like, even if you find that bartender that you can talk to, like, for a few hours and then never see them again, it's really amazing. You have to need something all your life until you can laugh. If you can't laugh and you take things too seriously, there must be a constant emotional purging, emotional anger and emotional anguish through which you'll learn to feel. This is a very needy or neutral place for you if you've got Sagittarius rising. You got Sagittarius rising, you got Scorpio Moon, you're sweet. Okay, because you've done it, it's your past life and you've kind of rearranged it. But if you've got like a first house moon and Scorpio, as do I, or if you've got any strong lunar activity to do with conjunctions, anything like that, this is a most likely mystical, creative, confusing, illusionist, fucked up person that you are in some strong sense, because this human being that you've come to be needs constant purge. And this is to do with your body and your blood. There is a need for you to constantly be aware of what's going in and what's coming out. There needs to be more than enough stimulus without which you can't feel. There needs to be almost like a prickling sensation in your teeth or in your spleen, somewhere you have to feel something. And that is why it is a very susceptible energy for parasites. It's a very strong contender for any kind of a icky, yucky feeling inside if you don't merge your emotions with truth eventually and speak out. If you can't merge your emotions with truth, I have done it to most degree. But if you cannot speak your truth and cannot be completely awake and aware of your being, you will need to mope around a lot. If you don't want to mope, be sad, be angry, be still, whatever you're doing, vent. There needs to be a venting process just to ventilate out all the bugs out of your system, just to be accepting of the way that your body is and the way that things fold or, stand. There is always a need for things. Moon and Scorpio, 8th house moon, there will always be some type of need for a human being or a need for a certain environment or a need for somebody in your life till you can't handle that anymore and you just don't want it anymore. You care not and just let it go through laughing at everything. So if you're not laughing at everything with a really easy joy, you're likely harboring heaps of like parasitic energy in you or parasitic energy around you. So what does it mean? People will come into your field sometimes just to be purged or just to be admired by you. It's like, do you need me? Do you want me? Do you love me? Sometimes you'll attract somebody like that into your life who's just a show pony, or sometimes you will be the one wanted by another person just so they can purge their greed, purge their needs. Like sometimes they want you, and you're like, God damn it, leave me alone already. But they want you, and they can't know why. So there's a lot of parasitic energy around this energy of Moon and 8th, Moon and Scorpio. Why? Because something within you purges things often and needs to often, because there is some kind of a clarity in the blood or in the bloodstream specifically, but more like around the endocrine areas, where things kind of don't stay for long, but that means that the defense mechanism does not stay for long either. So perhaps you're susceptible to finding yourself with a virus or some kind of a bug at least. But most of us with Scorpio will have at least one parasite in the body at each time, or one parasite-like person in our lives who just leeches us, or leeches through us. And that means that this person that you are needs to eventually find a system that works for them better. So what is it? So for example, if you've been paying big bills, big money to a company that doesn't freaking care, and you've been emotional about it, chances are it will continue just for the sake of purge, until you can say, hey, you know what, I don't care to be with this company anymore, they take too much of my money. What's this company provide? Internet provider, for example. I don't even freaking need the internet. I can go out to the cafe next door and I can get it for free. I don't care. Ha 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 ha. Okay? So you've got a person, a human in your life with whom you can't part, and you think, this is it, this is it, this is it, this is me in another body. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Kundalini rising, the snakes combine, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm one with this person, masculine, feminine, divine union, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then this human being will end up sort of stunting you, stumping you, and struggling with you somehow. And they're like, ooh, life is hard. And you're like, yeah, I know, fuck this. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, life, oh, I don't know, I don't care, I'm alright, I just want to put my arms around you and snuggle you and kiss you. And then you'll be like, I'm not getting very much out of this. And then you'll either purge them, or you'll dislocate, or you'll relocate. But this person basically in your life, if you've got somebody who's a little bit of a bugger, who's a little bit of a drainer, there is a chance that they really just want you for your frequency. They just really care for this mystical mind that you've got. And with a lot of people of that nature, like me, first house, Scorpio Moon here, you will most likely want to caress yourself more if you feel somebody's taking you for a ride, or when you can kind of tell somebody's just in love with you for your energy or your voice or your tone of being, but they don't actually care about you. And when that realization comes to you, you'll kind of know it when it hits you, but you'll just slow down and feel that it's weirdly weird, but at the same time, like, you'll just want to know more. Like, you'll just cut it. Or if you can, and you say like a mother of a child with this person, or a father of a child, and you've got to keep on going, you feel, and there is hope in the union, but they're a parasite to you, you just got to shrug it off. Everything they say, oh man, far out, life is so hard, you go, oh, okay, is it? Well, here, like, have a beer, or hey, look, can you like mop up the table, mop up the floor? I'll just go and lie down, or I'll do the dishes another time. Like, you got to like really portray a certain presence with you. And I got there actually quite early in this relationship that I've got now. But like, if you're in the relationship when you feel the mopiness in the other person, and you feel like there's no escape, like you really want them to be around, or you want to be married to them, or you want to have a child with them, or something like that, and you know that they're there for real, let them do something for you. Just go, okay, well, that's wonderful. Yeah, that's fine. Only give it in small doses. Like, bitch with them for a little bit, and then be like, okay, that's what I feel. That's all you're getting. And then give them a thing to do. And this is a very powerful frequency, because when you are with another person, as a Scorpio Moon, I've got a Scorpio rising as well, you can connect to them in a level where you can create a union that is seamless, where you can combine your chakras together like no other, and you can complete any task together. Say, you really wanted to do a business, you really wanted to put on that show, you really wanted to commit to that crime, or you really wanted to, put that company together, or like just do that thing that you really wanted to do. And then with this person, you can really do it if you start telling them how. You can use your magic power. If you're not reacting anymore and you're woken up and you know that they've been draining you, or that you've been a draining person, or that you drain each other, or that you just use this like mucky energy to purge all the time, just go, look, let's do this, and we do it now, and this is what time, and I'll meet you there at the cafe, and we'll do it, and this is how much it will take, and this is what we need to do, and start sort of just telling them that then and there, we need to do this, babe, and we need to do it now. Because what you do with people when you're in a relationship, you mutate them. You don't know this, but you mutate them to your song, you mutate them to your string, you mutate them to your being. You sort of lie down with them in bed, especially if you're in bed for a very long time, consecutive nights. Every night you're in bed together asleep, you frequently look at them in the face, you know what I mean? Like, you can actually see them while they're asleep. And this is really freaky because your fascia basically reclaims theirs in a way. So you are like a sort of like a host and a parasite in any relationship where you can commit to them, and if you do commit to them, this person in your life, you can basically become wired up with them in a perfect sense, which is not perfect, but it can work really well, even if this person is completely different to you. But if you're feeling really awake and enlivened by them in some way, and you're feeling fresh and you feel tomorrow will be a better day, chances are you will want to stick around if you're awake. If you're not awake, you don't need somebody like that. You need somebody to vent with. So, how to feel? Well, if you are not here yet as a Scorpio moon, or a Scorpio rising really, you will feel that people will need to vent with you. You want for the deep discussion. You want to talk about the government. You want to talk about being a freak. You want to talk about freaks. You want to talk about gross things. You want to talk about serial killers. You want to talk about society being on level. You want to talk about just debris, because you are purging your body of something deep. If you don't need that anymore and you go, hey babe, I really want to do this and I want to do it yesterday, you know, I want to do this, I want to take over the world, I want to build a castle in the sky. If you're feeling that is in you suddenly, like it wasn't there before, and you've got, well, you know, even if it was, and you're feeling this frequency, it means, you know, well done, you have mastered your moon. You've mastered your moon if you no longer want to mope and talk about the dark, deep stuff. Why? Well, because when a star sign evolves, it takes on the characteristics of the next consecutive star sign. So you're becoming more like Sagittarius. If you're like, okay, babe, let's freaking get this done, get the show on the road, and you're born in a Scorpio moon, well, congratulations, you've done it. So you kind of like me, you've ascended or transcended through your emotional body, and that's what ascension is about. It's about that. So when you are putting together a portfolio of life, Scorpio moon, 8th house moon, just be worried no more, and be wary when you take things for granted. If you want to keep on purging the same old shit over and over again, the same old story, give it away. Like, say, write a freaking book about it. You're really good at that. Write a book about the sad story and publish it, or put it on the shelf for a while and just see if you want to publish it later, because your consciousness might expand past it. But in any case, if you're a Scorpio moon, you got any other Scorpio planets, most likely you're here to just finish up what you've done in your last life. It's like you've already done it. You're just here to finish it up, especially you got like rising in Scorpio, and you got some of Scorpio in the 12th house, which is what I do. So you've done it, you finished it, but you're just here to basically put some sheen on it. And the thing's already been done, and most likely whatever you are here is just vulnerable for a while, just to be wary of self and to remember, oh goodness, I've come back again, and then to just continue running around in a circle. If you can, stop and connect and laugh and smile, and if you can do that, then it's done. You know, it wants you to smile, the world wants you to smile, the moon wants you to smile. If you've got a parasite inside your body, you've got a parasite in your life, they just need you to smile, and either they'll become somebody else to you or they'll leave your system. So if you've got any type of heaviness, any kind of burdens, any kind of ungrateful friends and companions, it's time to just look, ha ha ha, funny. Okay, well, just get this done, do this thing for me, and then we'll go. Just treat them as friends who'll help you get there. Well, anyway, without further ado, I'd like to conclude with some very grateful advice that I received from a healer before, back in 2013 at the beginning of my journey. Get a detox. parasite cleanse. You are more likely to get parasites than any other moon. Your system will need a regular overhaul with antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and any kind of anti stuff. So peaceful living, number one. Number two, no more stagnation in the same bed, in the same layers of society, in the same environment. No more keeping yourself out of the system. So for example, if you put yourself out of the system too much and you've given yourself like a little tree hut to live in, you don't want anyone to know who you are, you don't want anyone to see it, to see it in action, to see your thoughts, your fascia in action, just relax a little bit. Just put yourself out in the public eye more. Put yourself out there. Put your face out there. Say if you've got any kind of divination in your body where things are not what they should be, they need to see the sun. If you've got like pimples that are coming up constantly, you need to see the sun. You need to be out in the public eye more. If you've got any kind of divination in your body where you've got growths or anything like that, you just need to see the doctor. You need to see the public. And don't worry, detox, please detox, and parasite cleanses. I would even put some here, but seriously, our society does not know about this, but parasite cleanses can do a great wonder of things to you. And if you can fight off whatever you've got in your system, then you can do anything. You really can. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much for liking, subscribing. If you like my videos, if you find them necessary, and if you want to know more about yourself, or if you want to go through some trauma, if you want to vent, if you want to bitch, if you want to find a way out of your circumstance, please talk to me and I'll help you out. Thanks a lot.